no idea how much I miss that sound. Because with that catalytic on there to pass emissions, that thing was like a Tesla. Up, be good to roll. So it's still warming up, and I know some of you guys probably never seen the inside of this car, so I'll give a quick little tour. So you get the steering wheel, you can use it to steer. It's also got these fancy doohickeys on them. Volume control, controls for the radio and all of that. Switch the station, switch the song, switch the mode. And mine has cruise control. So it's pretty cool. As far as the gauges, the clusters, it's pretty cool that say if you turn on the lights, it goes from white numbers with a black background to everything red. With it has a blue black background, but with it so bright you can't really see it right now. Like it has a blue LED shining on the back face, and then all the gauges are red. So yep, seatbelt light, no seatbelt on. Brake, got the e-brake up. The revs up to 10,000, all the way up to, when you actually get up there, I think it stops at like 98 something. It's got the digital speed gauge, which I like very much. The gauge is set up very similar to the FRS. And the fake oil pressure gauge. And a cruise control light. So there's that. Temperature's right there. Still rising. Once it gets up to the midway point, you know, operating temperature, that's when we roll out. Here are the door switches. I like that location because it's like right where you like rest your arm if you get tired. Then boom, all your switches right there. Mirror, lock, windows. I took this little piece out because back there, ooh, I don't know if it's bright enough. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a computer chip looking thing. I installed that not too long after I got the car, and all of this was actually an aux port, because the regular unit doesn't come with an aux port, and this whole thing is like one piece. So getting an aftermarket unit would probably look pretty funky. So boom, install aux port instead of the whole thing. I actually cut a little notch down here at the bottom of it. Right here. So that's where the give it room for the wire to come out. Actually, why is this off? Boom. That's what it looks like. And we are almost there. So, passenger seat. These seats are very comfortable because they have the wings. They hold you in place pretty good. Don't mind my dirty gym stuff. Nights moves. That is one big event we go down in the Virginia Beach area. Very fun. Lots of cars. Actually, that's where I started, you know, the recordings for squad moves. Went down there for a big event. Glove box has plenty of space. Some action sport and some other stuff in there. The oh, you won't be able to see it. Pedals are nice silver, rest pedal. But the trunk release is in a very peculiar spot. It is right next to it's right above the hood release. Like, you know how normally you pull the hood release and bling. So right above there is a button where you can't even tell like it's a button. It just has like a rivet on there for you to fill it, and then you press that in. It's like a little secret hidden button. And then it pops the trunk. So in the back, it only has 2 seats back there, but apparently they're very comfortable. It's about friends who have had to ride back there. It's It's got a little center console in between them, so there's no like middle seat belt. Got my initial stuff, my dirty gym shoes. But they're like full-size seats back there, and they have a decent amount of leg room as long as the seats aren't all the way back. But other than that, that's all there is to the car. That little center thing pulls down. This opens up, that opens up for cup holders back there. So yeah, the back seats are like the full, you get almost everything you would get with the front seats except for, you know, reclining and stuff. And temperature's up. So it's time to head out. I'm gonna be driving super slow until I get to the main roads. And even then I'm not gonna be going too fast because, you know, just inclement weather. It's not very inclement, but you know, snow. Drive slow, get there. And that's when I turn the camera back on because there's no point in wasting my battery. We made it. It's time to get the rest of this work done here at the Rotary House. House of Rotors. Hello?
Hey, I'm not ready yet. Just walk in the garage, doors unlocked.
What? Okay.
I'm cleaning up still.
Dirty ass.
Right. Yeah, I'll be ready to work on it in the next like 20 minutes, but you can come inside for now.
Alright.
Alright.
Well, there you have it. Dexter's laziest guy on the East Coast. That's right.
I don't know if Vince is coming or not.
He should be.
Unless he, whoa, shutting again. I got a present for you too.
Oh, yeah.
A socket.
Oh, yes!
It was on my cow. I was literally about to go outside and check up under your hood because I was like, man. That's the only one you was missing? Yeah. Yeah, cause I was cleaning up the snow and I was like wiping the snow out the cow. Yeah. And I just grabbed a handful of socket. I was like, what the hell? Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. I did not want to go to Snap all day and have to fork out $40 for one socket. Yeah.
Everybody, this is Dexter, Rotary Guru. One of us is friends. He just came back from school. He was gone for like 27 years. And now he's going to be gone again in a couple of days. You know, right. He don't like being here, I guess. He just hates America, so he's gonna leave. Probably never gonna see him again. Vince should be here later, but you know, Vince is like the king of flaking, so who knows? We'll see. Alright, so Dexter said he wants to feel what a real car feels like when you drive it, so I just feel like I give him a little opportunity to see, you know, something that he can never afford, never have, you know. You know, he'll never be able to afford to have something as nice as this. So I gotta give him, you know, a taste of the dream. Yep, all 700 horsepower, cranked right up. Every time as expected. Let's see. Trash.
All the disrespect. This car is so dirty.
But at least I have it. It runs, motherfucker. Yeah, crack the window so we get the exhaust feel. So Dexter, how's it feel driving a supercar?
It's pretty nice.
It's way better with the test pipe on there, isn't it?
Yeah, sounds great.
Don't go too ham, I got summer tires. Interesting. Tell us more.
What about the FC?
Yeah.
Everything's done to it. It's been in the making for 5 years.
Yeah.
But hopefully, once I get back from Afghanistan, I'll be able to dump all the money I want to it. So basically, it'll be feeling like driving this thing, but boosted.
Sweet.
A little bit more nimble. Everything's solid. Suspension's all solid. Stand suspension.
Hopefully, by the time you get back, this car will be like that too.
It takes a lot of money and energy to boost a car. That's for sure.
Yeah, I got a lot more things I have to do to this before thinking about boosting anyway. Just like these ignition and stuff that we're doing today and yesterday.
Yep.
A lot of maintenance. Want to get better oil cooler lines, you know, stuff like that. Bigger radiator.
Oh yeah.
Got to do a whole bunch of cooling stuff. I haven't done, you know, nothing like that to this car yet. And then I definitely want coilovers because this car is like, it's kind of smooth,
Yeah.
but like in the Miata, I feel every bump. I feel like so in control. And this car kind of feels like, you know, you're not as there. Kind of feel detached a little bit.
Yeah. This car definitely has got some body roll, that's for sure.
Yeah. How do you fix that? Sway bars?
Yeah. Sway bars.
Yeah, 'cause I got the rear sway bar around. I still gotta get a front one. Me too.
I drove my customer car a couple weeks ago and I didn't want to give it back. He works at Pax River down in St. Mary's, and I drove all these roads. His car felt a little bit more solid because he had sway bars in the front and in the rear, and I think he had lowering springs.
Nice. Yeah, I got lowering springs and I'm on the Coney yellow adjustable shocks.
Yeah.
But I want to switch to coilovers and I got to get a front sway bar. I was going to originally, I like already have it, but then I started spending money on my other car.
So you have a sway bar, you just didn't put it on?
No, I was going to get one, but I got the Miata ready for Drift Nirvana and stuff before buying that.
So is Vince actually coming in, or is he still flaking
He's probably washing his face or drinking a mimosa. He hasn't gotten back to us yet. He should be coming though. Like, the roads are dry.
Yeah, the roads are fine. There's nothing wrong with them.
So, as you know, Vince, he'll find any excuse to get out of doing something productive. Now, if it's something not productive, like, you know, going somewhere, spending money, like going to a bar or something, he'll be like, oh, okay, let's go out.
Right.
And it's like, all right, Vince, let's work on the race car. Yeah, see, it's too cloudy, you know, it's getting my persona down. Man, you got a lot of, like, back roads out here.
Yeah, I've never actually been down that way, but we're going to go back so we can do some work. I just wanted to experience this thing. I only drove it for a couple minutes yesterday.
Yeah, I want to get a Haltech ECU for it too, so I can like get two-step and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a mean ass pop when you like downshifted almost the red line.
Yeah.
Right, shot mean ass plane. Not a bad car, especially for $3,000.
Shit, yeah. Really, the only flaw I see with this thing is just the dash, and then just like all the scratches and shit on the outside. You said the car was babied, but maybe it was parked outside.
No, it was a grandma car, so you know she probably like hit it with a shopping cart and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cause I see right by the one of the side markers, there's like a series of scratches, like she was backing up and like, you know, scraped against something.
Yeah.
So, but it's still the cleanest car I've ever had. Even with all the imperfections and scratches and stuff.
Even cleaner than your Civic? I never saw your Civic.
Yeah, my Civic was a piece of work. It was tight as shit. Like the roof was faded, the front bumper had a lot of custom work on it. A piece of it was cracked off. Pieces on the bumper were like gone, as far like the paint was because of pressure washer getting the plastic dip off. So it was a piece of work, but it still looked tight as shit. Just like this car.
Boosted too, right?
Oh no, none of my cars boosted.
Oh.
It just had a Frankenstein B series.
Did you build it?
I wouldn't say built it, I put it together.
My favorite Honda of all time is a DC2 Tegra Type R.
Yeah.
Like, I still would love to build one of those and like just daily it around, because especially with that JDM front with the long headlights, like,
Yep.
I love that car. It's my favorite.
Because those little circle headlights in America look gay as shit.
Garbage. You know what's funny though is the people in Japan love those things. They're like, oh, we're gonna look like the Americans. Like, we want to look at like the Japanese guys, and Japanese guys want to look like us. Like, it's fucking nuts.
Well, the Japanese guys are actually cooler, and they just want it because it's different.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I guarantee you, if I go over to Japan with my FC, like, people would straight up trade an FD for that just because it's left-hand drive and it's built.
Yeah, the FDs over there are pretty cheap too.
Yeah, like, people buy them all day long for like $4,000. It's like, damn.
Yes. If I knew Japanese, I would probably try to move there. You can't get citizenship because, you know, it's so small and everything, yada yada, but you could like rent a place and just like...
Well, I was actually thinking about, like, during my vacation for Afghanistan, I would actually go to Japan, because you can go to Ibisu and rent a drift car for like $20 and basically just have a field day out on the track.
That's crazy.
And then also, like, a couple of my friends, they would actually buy a car and then keep it there, because you can keep a car there for like $60 a month or something, so that every time they go out on vacation, the car is waiting for them and they can just go drift.
Yep. gonna swap out some coils.
We're gonna turn that heat off for a little bit too.
Coils, wires, and plugs. Make this thing more reliable. Apparently it helps a little bit with throttle response too. And you know, hot starts, stuff like that. If it's just like old worn out coils and stuff, just like better spark and everything. So the work has begun. So the ignition kits, you look on the coil pack and stuff, sits right there. Move the intake box and you can see them right there. Ding, 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 ding. And while he does that, I'm gonna look underneath the car and see if the bolts broke off. Having a hard time solving yesterday. So let's take a look under the hood of an RX-8. So way back in there is the motor. You can see the coils again right there. Here is that's where the radiator is. You can see it's just at like almost like a 45-degree angle just in there. Maybe even more. It's almost just like facing down. Brake booster, ABS. ABS is the only assist this car has. It was 04. Big old catch can that I got for free thanks to friends and people I know. So yeah, the car's pretty basic. There's a lot of room. But the way they fit everything is like, it's ridiculous. Because the engine's way back there. Like the engine's way back here, and you have all of this room where they fit like the battery, the IPDM, all the fuses, stuff like that.
Why we park somewhere.
So we got the ignition in. Let's see if you can see it. Down there, the shiny. That's where it's at. Looky there. What is that? Who's getting out of that car right there?